All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the November 9th, 2022 regular board meeting of the Chino Valley Fire District Board of Directors. The time is 6 o'clock p.m. I'll now open the meeting and take roll call. We are all here. Please join me with the flag salute. If Director DeMonico could please lead us off.
As we salute our flag tonight, please keep in mind our military and all our veterans. Veterans Day is coming up on Friday, and please keep them in your prayers and in your heart. With that, please join me in a pledge to the flag. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If Chaplain Morandic, please give us our invocation.
Good evening, board, attendees. Father God, we thank you for your grace and mercy. And during this season of Thanksgiving, Lord, especially thankful for all your past blessings, Lord. I ask your blessings on this meeting tonight. I pray that you give the board members wisdom and discernment to make good choices that would honor and please you and serve the district. Pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Clerk of the board, do we have any changes to the agenda?
No, we do not.
Push by there, John.
The next item is presentations and announcements. Chino Valley Fire District's Hazardous Materials Resource Type 2 certification. Battalion Chief Wayne Fontes and Captain Jeff Lopez and Hazmat Crew 61, please come forward after the presentation.
All right, so tonight, on behalf of the board, I'd like to congratulate the members of the Chino Valley Fire District Hazardous Material Crew in obtaining the typing of a Fire Scope ICS HM 120 Type 2 Hazardous Materials Department. Did I say that right? Perfect. I ask that you accept this. Why don't you guys come up here real quick? Congratulations. So, just, I don't want to steal somebody else's thunder here, but I understand that this was a multi-year project to get the certification put together. What did that entail to do to get everybody prepared and to make sure that we were in position to do this? Because this allows us to provide hazardous material, our team to go out, is it throughout the whole state?
Throughout the state, yeah. Yeah, we're a certified team now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so what it does, to answer the first part of the question, to prepare for this, it did take many years to prepare for this. So it really took a lot of support from the management team to support the program, and for you guys as well, and then with our team, just to continue to work through the budget and purchase the equipment, obtain the required training, because there is extensive training and equipment needed to obtain this qualification.
Yeah.
So I'd say like the staffing, equipment, and training, yeah. So it did take many years to obtain that. Biggest thing was like the continued purchasing for the equipment. As you know, like, as things go on, 10 years, things take that long, things change. So really just chasing all the changes to the typing, but it took us a long time, but we got there. And one thing just to add to that, with Jeff running the program, Engineer Nuber and Chickarelli and the rest of our hazmat team members, I mean, it truly took a group effort to obtain the status, and the work, I can't say enough. I'm so proud of these guys and the team for moving forward and obtaining this goal, because it was a goal of, I believe all of ours to obtain this. So,
my understanding is when the person came in to do like the inspection of it all, you guys were so well prepared. You had it all laid out, kind of ready to go, and it was just easy breezy from that standpoint. You guys just really had everything dialed in.
These guys had them dialed in. Yeah, they were really super impressed with the work the way they organized this and set up it. I believe Keith has a lot of experience on the EMS side with setting up equipment and all the inspections, and these guys are very meticulous with how they do things, with Jeff leading them, and yeah, they did a great job. They really impressed the inspectors, so yeah, it was nice.
Fantastic. Well, here's the certificate for you guys. And Chief, do you have some words?
I do. So the benefits of the program are far-reaching. We have a lot of rail, we have major highways in our district, we have large commercial buildings that house certain products and things that have opportunities to spill And so the community just got the privilege of us elevating our game. To Battalion Chief Fontez's point, I was having a conversation with him, and this program started on a vehicle much like a squad, our squad, several years back, and just running out and trying to do good work. And through really the commitment of individuals, I'd like to say that I'm impressed, but I'm more than impressed. The comment by the individual at the state about the organization and preparation by our team was that this process normally takes us 3 hours to go through, and your folks were so well prepared that it took me 45 minutes. So congratulations to you guys, to the team. Wayne started this part of this process back when he was an engineer, so that's several promotions back. But to think that this started 10 years ago, typically what happens with projects is that when someone goes out, someone else drops the ball or it doesn't get to completion. So the fact that this group of men stayed committed for 10 years to see us become now a typed and recognized hazmat team, not only for our local use, but to provide support and mutual aid system across the state. Congratulations, gentlemen, and you know, as always, your leadership supports you, and we're really, really proud of you.
The next item is a public hearing, properties declared for weed abatement. The purpose is for the public to comment on the declaring and noticing of property owners for weed abatement.
All right, the public hearing is now open. If Fire Marshal Daniel O'Toole, please present your report.
Good evening, President Krieger and members of the board. Earlier this year at the April board meeting, Resolution 2022-08 was adopted, identifying properties throughout the district to be noticed for the presence of or the potential of a fire hazard due to weeds. During our fall re-inspections, it was determined that several properties were found to be in violation of our ordinance. All properties were sent notices identifying the next steps for compliance. Property owners were given until today to abate the hazard. Failure to comply with the requirements is subject to an administrative citation and action by our office to abate the property. Our office will begin re-inspections tomorrow and will take the noted actions to bring the properties into compliance. In accordance with our resolution, we are to hold a public hearing allowing property owners to address the board on this matter. It is recommended that the Board of Directors review public comment on the declaring and noticing of property owners for weed abatement and subsequent actions and charges, as well as make any rulings on any and all objections raised regarding the proposed removal of weeds and said charges.
All right, fantastic. Do we have any requests to speak on this?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, I guess with that, the public hearing is now closed. It's time for the board to comment. Any comments by anybody?
Thank you.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And we'll need a motion for this.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Director, Vice President DeMonico and makes the motion, and Director Evinger seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? 5-0.
The next item is public communications. This is the time and place for the general public to address the Board of Directors about subjects that do not appear elsewhere on the agenda. The public may address items on the agenda at the time addressed by the board. Due to board policy and Brown Act requirements, action may not be taken on any issue not on the agenda. When you address the board, please state your name and address prior to making your remarks. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes. Do I have any speaker slips, comments at this point? There are no comments. Director. At this point, we are now with the liaison reports to the fire district with Susan Dang. Please come forward.
Good evening, President Krieger, Vice President DeMonico, board members, Chief Williams, deputy chiefs, audience members, Suzette Dang with County Supervisor Kurt Hackman's office. I'm happy to report to you today that we had our veteran claims event It was today at our district office right across the street. And it was a blessing in many ways. The weather cooperated. There was no rain, thank goodness. And we had a lot more than expected veterans that came, so we were able to service them. So I'm very happy to report that. And secondly, Supervisor Kurt Hagman's Christmas open house is coming up. And that is Thursday, December 8th, between 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And it will be at Chino Hills City Hall lobby, located 14,000 City Center Drive. Please come join Supervisor Hagman for appetizer and some holiday cheers. We do ask that please RSVP, just for head counts for food, at supervisorhagman.eventbrite.com. And for any questions, please call our office at 909-465-5265. And with that, just wanted to say thank you to all our veterans, past and present. And we honor and remember all your sacrifice and your service, and we thank you. We remember you, and we want to say thank you for your service and keeping us safe and free. So with that, good night. Thank you.
Next, can we have Councilmember Bennett come up, please?
Well, good evening. President Krieger, Vice President Delmonico, Board Trustees, Chief, and Executive Staff. It's my pleasure to be here. And first of all, I'd like to mention, John, you talked about the Veterans Memorial Celebration coming up. I do want to let you know that we are having our salute to service ceremony this Friday morning at the community center. It will start outside by the monument, which, by the way, has been totally refaced. We had problems with the granite. It was discolored and everything. They put in a new darker granite, and now all of the engraving really pops out. It really looks better than it did originally. So you have my normal report, but I do want to point out a few things. Of course, we have the salute to service on Friday. We have the Chino Hills tree lighting ceremony coming up on Saturday, December 3rd, right across the street. That will be from 5 to 8. We have our Chino Hills Boat Parade coming up Friday, December 16th, and the Community Park $8 million rehabilitation project is soon to go on. We're going to be replacing all 4 of those fields, so it's going to be a really even greater facility once we get done with it. We also are going to have Thanksgiving coming up, obviously between now and the next meeting, so I do want to wish everybody on behalf of the board, on behalf of the city council, that we all hope that you will have a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving. Now, you're probably all aware of this, but I think we had a little bit of a rainstorm that hit yesterday, and we were very, very blessed to find out that we didn't have a lot of things going on, but we did have 6 large pine trees fell and completely blocked Founders Drive and eastbound traffic on Grand Avenue. That took about 5 hours to clean up. We had 2 light poles and 3 signs were knocked down by vehicle accidents. Eucalyptus Avenue between Pipeline and Peyton experienced flooding, so signs were put out to notify the motorists. And the traffic signal controller at the intersection of Boys Republic was damaged by an Edison power surge. So all things considered, we missed or dodged the bullet on it. We could have probably used the rain a little bit slower because I'm sure that it was not absorbing. I know my backyard, all the flower beds were flooded, so we needed it. But hopefully we got a lot of snow in the local mountains and up in the Sierras, and that will help us out in the long run. So we had an election. The only one I'll talk about right now is Mike. It's hard to lose when you're running by yourself, right? And when you're not even in the ballot.
It was very, very nice.
That is good. So congratulations on that one. And with that, that's the end of my comments. And any questions?
I do.
Yes.
Is there any update in regards to the big rigs not being able to travel through the canyon? Has there been any movement, or was that?
I don't know precisely where that is, but it is obviously, hopefully, working to a conclusion, as you can well imagine, because it's controlled principally by Caltrans, but we also have to have coordination by Brea on the west end. So, but yes, I think that's going to happen soon, and it's got to. I mean, and people say, well, why not just widen the canyon? Well, as we all know, it's physically not possible unless the state wants to come in and buy a bunch of residents, which will have everybody up in arms. So it's just not gonna happen, so.
Okay,
But as we find out, we'll let you know.
thank you.
And if you widen the canyon, you'll triple the traffic.
Yes, then we'd have to put in some of those dreaded stoplights, right? All right, and John, thank you for your service, appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.
The next item is the consent calendar, and we have a consent calendar, items 1 through 8.
All right, so we have items 1 through 8. Does anybody want to poll any? On items 1 through 8, and if not, I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. It's Director Evinger and President Krieger with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? 5-0 vote. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have any public comment on that? I always forget about that part.
No, we do not.
Excellent. Do I need to do the vote again, or are we okay? Thank you.
There is no old business. The next item is new business. It's a selection of the 2023 board officers. President Krieger, would you please
All right, it's the recommendation that the Board of Directors nominate and elect the 2023 board officers for the position of President and Vice President, effective December 1st, 2022. It's been a privilege to serve for the past year, so I thank you all for your patience with me. Do we have any requests to speak on this?
No, I do not.
I do.
Go. Well, I mean, you want to make a comment? I'll entertain a comment. Go ahead.
How come you never gave me access with the fob?
That's not.
You said you would, and you never did.
Okay, that's not on the agenda right now, Wayne, so we're not at that point, but we're talking about the nominations.
Okay, I'll make a comment. Mike said he was gonna give me access with the fob, and he never did.
Okay.
And when I asked him about it, he refused to do it. How's that for a comment?
Thank you. With that, I'll take a nomination for office of president.
I'd like to nominate John DeMonico for president to serve as.
Okay, so we have a nomination and a second.
So I think the procedure under the code is actually to take all nominations at one time.
Okay.
And then they'll be addressed.
Is there any other nominations? Seeing none and hearing none? Is that okay, Isaac?
Yes, we'll close
Oh,
nominations.
nominations are now closed for president. You want me to follow the script? Got it.
That's
I will
what
now
said.
request a voice vote for the majority vote.
Want to take comments?
We're making a nomination for president of the board.
I thought we would do comments before we make the nomination, or before we actually do the voting.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I have comments to make in regards to John becoming the president here. I seem to have trouble with John, and I don't understand why. The thing is he's never tried to get along. One time I walked behind him and I says, we need to figure out a way to get along, and he just went crazy and said that I was attacking him and assaulting him and that type of thing. And I didn't understand it because I was just trying to get along with the guy. And he's never wanted to get along. He can't act professionally. A professional would, you have disagreements maybe with other board members, but you don't have to act like a fool. And I saw him at the thing that we had there in Palm Desert, and he comes up to me and he says, stay the F away from me. And I really don't understand what I did to him that offended him so badly. But there's something there. I think the guy needs anger management is what I think. And I think having him as the president of the board is an insult to this board and to this district. Because he doesn't know how to act, he can't act decent, he can't treat people with the respect that they should have. And he thinks that acting like a fool is okay. But I'm gonna leave it at that, but I just want to make my statement. Thank you very much.
Excellent. So now we will take a voice vote on the nomination for John DeMonico as president. Director Williams.
No.
Director Luth.
Yes.
Director Evinger.
Yes.
I vote yes as well. And John, would you like to vote on this?
Yes.
Excellent. So we have a 4-1 vote. You will do a great job as you have in the past. So a 4-1 vote for Director DeMonico. Nominations for office of Vice President for 2023. Do we have a nomination for that?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Director Luth.
Is there any other further nominations for the office of Vice President? See none, we'll now request a voice vote for the office of Vice President for Director Luth. Director Williams.
I vote yes.
Director Evinger.
Yes.
Vice President DeMonico.
Yes.
And I'm a yes as well. That's a 5-0 vote. Congratulations, gentlemen.
4-0 vote, I believe, right? Did Harvey vote?
Oh,
He didn't
I'm
call
sorry.
me yet.
Harvey.
Yeah.
Director,
Yes.
Director Luth.
Yes, thank you.
A 5-0 vote.
Thank you.
Sorry.
The next item is state mandated compliance reporting. The purpose is for the Board of Directors to receive information regarding state mandated compliance reporting relating to Senate Bill 1205. Fire Marshal O'Toole, please present your report.
Good evening again. The Health and Safety Code mandates fire agencies to annually inspect every public and private school, as well as very specific residential occupancies within the jurisdiction. The inspection is to ensure a reasonable degree of fire and life safety. In September 2018, Senate Bill 1205 was approved, which requires fire agencies to report back annually to its governing body on the compliance of those state mandated inspections. The district currently has a total of 202 occupancies that fall into this criteria, all of which are assigned to community risk reduction and are performed on a calendar year basis. As of the date of this report being submitted, we have completed the initial inspection of 178 occupancies and had 24 remaining. As of today, though, an additional 11 have been inspected. The remaining occupancies are slated to be initiated by the end of the calendar year. It is recommended that the Board of Directors receive and file the information presented.
All right. Do we have any requests to speak?
No, we do not.
It's time for board comment to have any questions on that. Does anybody have any questions on this? All right, this is just for us to file, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're now at Fire Chief comments. Chief Williams.
Thank you, President Krieger. Under personnel development activities during the month of October, Chino Valley Fire District ambulances responded to 147 incidents. 46.3% of the calls of our ambulances responded to resulted in transport for a total of 68 transports. Our response time averages for ambulances is 8 minutes and 11 seconds. Our 90th percentile response time for ambulances is 12 minutes and 33 seconds, which is 90% of all of our responses are under 12 minutes and 33 seconds. We currently meet the 9:59 standard, 76.3% on all responses. Under board activities and public relations, our annual open house event took place on Saturday, October 15th. At the training center, this event was well attended by board members, local dignitaries, staff, and community members. I would like to mention the largest number we had prior to this year was about 700, and this year we were well over 2,000. So great attendance by all community members. Moving on October 27th, the Fire District hosted the San Bernardino County Chiefs Association meeting at our training center. It was also well attended. Next, the Chino Police Department open house event took place on Saturday, October 29th, and the Fire District did have a presence at that event, and it was very much appreciated by Chino Police Department. The Fire District participated in the Chino Hills Trick or Treat event at the shops and the City of Chino's Halloween Spectacular event at Ayala Park on October 31st. Under organizational items of interest, on Thursday, October 20th, I participated in Cal Chiefs EMS meeting via GoToMeeting. On Tuesday, October 25th, I attended Confire Administrative Committee meeting in Loma Linda. On Thursday, November 3rd, I attended the West End Chiefs meeting in Ontario. And I will go ahead and pass it over to Director of Human Resources, Anthony Arroyo, for a recruitment update.
Thank you, Chief. On Monday, this past Monday, our lead equipment mechanic, Tony Rivera, started. He comes to us from Rancho Cucamonga, and before then, he was with the city of Corona, so we welcome him aboard. He's been a great addition thus far. We have the clerk of the board interviews. Final interviews were also held about 2 weeks ago, and an offer has been made, and we are waiting for the return of the conditional offer of employment. Assistant to the fire chief interviews were held last week. Finalist interviews are tomorrow. We anticipate having more information on that at our next board meeting. And the auxiliary worker recruitment closed this afternoon. Last I checked, I think we had about 10 applicants, and interviews are scheduled for December 1st. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Under upcoming events, be patient here. We are heading into December, and we have a lot of events that need to make note of. Our administrative office will be closed Friday, November 11th, in observation of Veterans Day. The City of Chino Hills is hosting Salute to Service event on Friday, November 11th at 8 a.m. at Chino Hills Community Center. The annual tree lighting ceremony is scheduled at the shops at Chino Hills on Friday, November 18th at 6 p.m. The ASBC SD monthly meeting is scheduled for November 21st at 6 p.m. in Yucaipa. Our administrative office will be closed on Thursday, November 24th and Friday, November 25th in observance of Thanksgiving. A finance committee meeting is scheduled for November 28th at 8 a.m. The City of Chino Hills tree lighting ceremony will take place at Chino Hills City Hall on December 3rd at 5 p.m. The annual senior delivery event will take place at the Chino Hills Community Center on December 6th at noon. The City of Chino tree lighting event will take place at the Chino City Hall lawn on December 6th at 6 p.m. The annual senior delivery event will take place at the Chino Senior Center on December 8th at 11 a.m. County Supervisor Kurt Hagman's 4th District Christmas Open House, as mentioned already, will be December 8th at 5:30 at Chino Hills City Hall. The Chino Youth Christmas Parade and Fair is scheduled for December 10th at Chino Civic Center at 9 a.m. The Make a Child Smile event is scheduled for December 14th at 8:30 a.m. at Walmart. And finally, the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce Holiday Luncheon is scheduled for December 14th at 11:30 a.m. at Volano Estates. And that concludes my report.
Fantastic, thanks, Chief. Well, now we'll take board member committee reports and board member comments. Let's start off with Director Williams.
I have no comment, thank you.
Director Luth.
Okay, so when I got to the open house, there was a construction crew leaving from a lot next door or whatever. And a gentleman driving, he's yelling at me, "Hey, what's going on here?" And I tell him, he said, "What? This is so cool. How cool that you're doing that." And he's right, it was so cool. What a turnout, well done, just awesome. The 18th and 1st had Chino council meetings, 26th with the airport commission. 31st, I was at the Halloween at the shops, saw our team, they were very busy. Suzette, you guys were slammed. I didn't even come over and bother you guys at all. You guys just handing out candy. What a great turnout. Nice event. Well done. Congratulations to our team on the cert to type 2. What we're hearing and what it took. Quite an effort. So thank you. Thank you for all you did on that. Let's see here. Mark, I understand you saw the family today. Yeah. I stopped and talked to her. She's very appreciative to the district, making the chaplains available. She mentioned Henrietta Ray contacted her. She's very appreciative of everything. Let's see here. What was this? Yeah, my writing's not good, yes. So to all our veterans, thank you for your service. I know we've got several in the room. I'm sure there's others, but thank you. Look forward to that event down here on the 11th, Friday morning. Appreciate that you guys are putting that on. And just hope everybody has a great and wonderful Thanksgiving. That's it.
Thank you, Director Effinger.
Okay. Congratulations to the hazmat on the Type 2 certification. Thank you, everyone, for all the hard work and hearing more about all the process and everything it went through. We really appreciate the dedication, and I'm sure our community as well as others who'll be able to use those resources out of our area. I had the 14th, the CSTA member and professional services meeting. Attended the open house, and thank you, everyone. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And we had the ASB CD, our monthly meeting, and it was really good. It was really good. We had the opportunity to sit with some of your fellows from Ontario, Riverside and such. And so it's nice, because I always like to ask a bunch of different questions, and it was good, learning about the Brown Act, et cetera. And the Chino PD open house was very cool, enjoyed that. And I know they really appreciated us being present and attending. I had a Carbon Canyon Fire Safe Council meeting on the 30th. Then on the 2nd, we had our we had our trunk or treat. I'm sorry, on the 30th we had our trunk or treat event up in the canyon, and it was an awesome event. The folks in the canyon really appreciate it. It provides a safe environment for the children to come down, and we had more people than we even anticipated. I want to thank the department for your support. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and the department provided a lot of support for us to be able to host that up there for the community. And I had Austin and Tori there. They were both amazing. Everyone, our staff on duty was amazing with the community. On the call the other day, members of the Fire Safe Council were just saying how awesome it was and how we interacted. And I haven't even touched on what the union did for us in providing not just food and cooking the hot dogs and donating. I mean, they got extra because we were anticipating having extra people, but we had so many off-duty personnel come and attend and support that. I mean, the fire district came out in numbers, and they saw that. The community saw that, and they made mention. And so thank you, everybody, for doing that. It means a lot to the community up there. And did have a Fire Safe Council meeting on the 2nd, and I missed my Chino Hills Council meeting. I want to, all our veterans, we're going to be honoring them on Friday. And John, thank you for your service, and Art, and I don't know if there's anyone else in our audience today that I missed, but thank you very much for your service. And just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and so grateful to be a part of this incredible, amazing fire district. And thank you, everyone, for your dedication to our community. And that's all.
Thank you. The chief wanted to add one more comment.
I'd be remiss if, as I was reflecting on the last couple of weeks, and especially the open house, I was watching the union, and we weren't expecting over 2,000 people, and what I can say is they really put their best foot forward, and I think they sent troops back to the store several times to get more food to make sure that our community members had the greatest experience. So as Ms. Ramos-Evanser mentioned, as we lead into the holidays, I just want to say thank you very much. I know that everybody has families and they're committed to their families, but the commitment that you continue to show to the community and also extend and send trips back to the store to make sure that our community has a great experience, I just want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
Vice President
Monaco. First of all, yes, congratulations to our Type 2 Hazmat team. Because it's not over, because now all the certification and recertification and continuing education and all those things come with it, and just to keep you up to date and up to speed. But thank you, that's quite an accomplishment, guys. I did attend a couple of meetings this month. I attended the Chino Council meetings, and the IEUA meeting. We had a Finance Committee meeting, Agenda Review meeting, and I had a meeting with the chief. The open house was phenomenal, and it was... That barbecue trailer was overwhelmed, except when it ran out of hot dogs, and then it was overwhelmed again when they got more. It was amazing how many people were there, and what you guys did to serve all those people, and kudos to you guys for doing that. Did attend the Association of San Bernardino County Special Districts meeting, and they told us they would give us all the dirt we wanted on you, Isaac. If we wanted it, we chose not to get it. So, just upcoming Veterans Day, please keep the military and veterans in your hearts and prayers. And there's been a lot of sacrifices made, but I'm just going to say that what's making me proud is I'm leaving for Chicago because my youngest grandson's going to graduate from boot camp. I said at Naval Academy last time, it's boot camp at Great Lakes, Illinois. And I'll be going back to Great Lakes since I graduated from boot camp there in 1966. So that's how old I am. And also, I just want to wish everybody a very, very happy and safe Thanksgiving. And thank you to all our veterans. And Art and I go way back we're on a veterans, with the veterans group in Chino Hills, the 55 Plus Club together. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Chief, as I go through my comments, I attended many of the same things everybody else did. School board meetings, the last couple have been kind of quick. Chino Hills meeting, I missed one, and then one was canceled. ASBCSD met with the chief. Yesterday met with a representative from Senator Feinstein's office, groveling to see if we can get some federal funds for our fire station and our, I'm gonna say it wrong, essential
Resource facility,
resource facility.
ERF.
Adjunct building.
Yeah, so, I do have a question, Chief. I saw a note that our Swiftwater Rescue Team was deployed, into the wash towards Ontario, and that Ontario did have a fatal recovery. Was our team up there helping that, or were we downstream at that point?
Actually, I would defer that to Deputy Chief Carlos Skibor. He probably has a little bit more information on that.
Yes, we said downstream. So Ontario had the Swiftwater rescue that was happening up north, and we were monitoring the radios down south, and we ended up just getting dispatched down to cover the south end of our district, the south end specifically of the Cucamonga Channel, and we set up a Chino branch and set up at 3 overpasses. Yeah.
My understanding there's still 2 missing.
My understanding as of this morning, there was one body that was recovered, deceased, 2 are still missing, and 1 actual rescue was what took place.
All right, that's unfortunate, but glad that we have a team that can be there to assist. Congratulations, guys, for the Hazmat 2 type certification. It just shows that this fire district is truly special and wants to do the absolute best for our community, and will go to whatever extremes you guys need to do that. So we all appreciate that very much. I did attend also our open house at the fire district. I showed up right at the tail end, so all the hot dogs were already gone. And I have never seen so many little yellow hats everywhere. It just amazed me. And then I also attended the Chino PD open house and spoke with Chief Simmons there. He expressed as well the thanks to the fire district for coming out and partnering with them. And once again, there was a lot more yellow hats there floating around as well, so that was great. And John said some very good things about Veterans Day, but I want to share my appreciation to all of our veterans as well. So thank you very much for that, and I will be there Friday morning as well to celebrate you all. And you too, Art. Thank you. And with that, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Please be safe. Many people are traveling. As we know, the storms are upon us. Please be careful, be safe, but celebrate with your families either on the day or someday around there for those of you guys that have to work. So with that, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you.